eat at. On my head is real good, we don't need your feedback. They clear the way when my crew coming through. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Now what I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Yeah. Beats, leave it in the street, case on the news.
What I do? Lace up my shoes, chase W's. Great colored coops. Oh no, I can't be number 2. MVP the league most valuable. They sweet as apple juice. Talking trophies, I done grabbed a few. Can't match this attitude. I wear my heart on my sleeve, please. I move like the wind, can't catch this breeze. Freeze. Stop you in your tracks. There's not no preseason. We seeking W's like Tupac used to throw up. Forget it, might as well forfeit. Your team shouldn't even show up. What you wanna be when you grow up? They used to ask me. Naturally, I chose an athlete. Competition never matched me. We ain't go together like camouflage and polka dots. Focus on your position. Just know your spot. Sure, don't stop. It's a long.
Okay, Coach. Well, we are about a $50 cab ride away from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the San Antonio Dreadnoughts and the New York Jets. Both of these teams about to reach the halfway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports.
All day, baby, all day. Here we go, son. 57's low.
On first down, it's Darnold. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you go make a play on the football.
Throwing again here on second down, this time complete. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4.
I can't believe they even let you play.
The shotgun snap for Darnold. And the throw there going to be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
The first carry for the former Nittany Lion. This is Saquon Barkley. And some room to roam now. A tremendous play there from Saquon Barkley. 43 yards on the ground. The big play has him all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Now Saquon Barkley. And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47. They follow up that gigantic gain with the tiniest of pickups, 1 yard. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Get it.
Off the bootleg. Novak. He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. Sacked there by Avery Williamson, the linebacker.
Enough to start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Novak. He's got his man. That's Hardman. A big gain of 31 on 3rd down. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Novak to Barkley on the check down. Heck of a move, and then brought down near the 23.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
He's got the first down inside the 10, and finally wrestled down at the 8-yard line. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's first and goal.
Here we go. 60 outlaw. 54. So we got man. Ready.
Operating from the gun. Novak. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. The intended target, Saquon Barkley, but it'll be second and goal.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
On the move to his left. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a third down situation.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
From the gun on third down, Novak. And it's caught. Touchdown. Auden Tate, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
We play to win. Let go.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And a 3 and out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out with a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again, just like last week. Each game is its own entity, treated as such.
He gets it to Brown, complete. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Here we go, D. Here I come again.
Darnold on first down, and nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Good coverage that time by the linebacker, Deion Jones. That's twice now already in this first quarter that he's been able to knock a ball away.
They're going to need that from him and plenty more if they want to slow down this passing game. Thus far, though, he's been a ball magnet.
Watch 38. Slam.
Second down and 10, Darnold. This will be caught by Brown. The reception good for 7. It's third down. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for? Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. To throw is Darnold. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Leonard Williams, the former number 6 overall pick, got the sack that time. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a second down and 17. Here's Darnold. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Tucker. It's a gain of 7, and all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Now Darnold. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Darquez Denard. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. And he will score. It's a touchdown.
Great job. Touchdown for Days.
And this defense looking like they have come to play the pick six, and just like that, it's 13-0 early on.
Well, go back with me to our training camp visit. What do we hear during these drills? Pass. Ball's in the air.
And then my favorite.
Oski. That's the interception. That means everybody finds someone to block them legally, stay on your feet, and they get it done. Touchdown.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Fielded about a yard deep. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
Let's go.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball.
And he is going to go down. He will be sacked on the final play of this first quarter. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. Antonio Brown, the intended receiver. But now it'll be 3rd down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They look lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Here's Darnold. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Trevor Williams with a pick, and they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line.
Here we go. Set. 15 line. 15 line. Push him back. Hey, Alpha. 57's the mic. Right. 57.
On 1st and 10, Novak. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a 1st down.
Set. Ready.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Hey, Zoo. 54. Greystone. Go.
Off the play fake, Novak. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. He'll get the 1st down and more inside the 20. And that's going to be another 1st down as the tackle made at the Jets' 18. Well, Charles, in the past, a lot of people called this offense one-dimensional.
I think you did.
Well,
I think it was you.
I'll be honest, I did. I think the fan base is hoping with this young rookie that they can put some wrinkles in this offense like we just saw.
I think you're exactly right, because we did have that discussion that what we've seen in the...
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Avery Williamson. His 2nd sack of the night. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. 2nd and 15. This pass going to be caught by Hardman. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. That puts him in excellent position. 1st and goal after a gain of 19.
90, Wolf. 54.
They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. Saquon Barkley with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And his guys are going to add on to their lead. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that makes the score 21-0. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away.
The Jets take over first and 10. Let's go! At their own 25-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
On second down, it's Tucker. Just a couple on the ground there, and that's going to bring up third and about 6.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
The Jets on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. They get the first. The decision to run on 3rd and medium winds up being a good one. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. And to give this time to the tailback. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets first down. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. On first down, Tucker. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old-school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive, and like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
A 1-yard loss on the play.
On 3rd down, it's Tucker. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up 4th down. Here's Sam Martin now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd. And look at this. It's a fake. And he's going to let it go deep. Oh, but this is going to backfire as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 15. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
Check 25, check 25. Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4.
On first down, Novak taking a deep shot here for Hardman. Oh, so close to an interception. Read that beautifully. Got his hands on it, couldn't get it. And it's 2nd down.
They decided to take a shot and right down the middle of the field, and really, they didn't give it as much time to develop, did they? They want to take that shot somewhere around the 15-yard mark.
And the defense able to recover, bat it free. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up, 2nd and 10.
Watch the flat. Hey, wahoo. Watch the flat, motion, pop.
Throwing again, Novak. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The sack by Jordan Willis.
Are you seeing what I'm seeing? That's 3 sacks now, and this team came into the game in the bottom 5 in the league in sacks.
Yeah, what's
going on?
It's not been their bread and butter. I don't know. Is a blind squirrel finding a nut, or is this something they can build on?
Well, they found some momentum. They found a crack in that offensive line, and they're putting it to good use.
Going deep downfield for Ross. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
Now Brown. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on 1st down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
On 1st and 10, Darnold. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. A final shot before the break. Darnold flushed out right. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. 2nd and 6. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. Oh, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. Picked off at the 22. And a great return as he takes us up just shy of the 45. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
Now a pass taken in by the tight end Herndon. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A good pickup there at 22. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Back to throw, Darnold. Over the middle, complete. That's Tucker. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll bring up a 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends.
And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And the return will stop right around the 25.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you Got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw again. Novak. It got his man. Complete. Touchdown. DK Metcalf. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead. He put quite a bit of air underneath that touchdown pass. Of course, we knew that he had a strong arm.
That part was easy. You could see that throughout his college career. But what you want to know about a rookie is when the pressure's on, can you throw with touch? He just did right there. And, boy, it was pretty.
Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away.
The Jets take over.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up.
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think he might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. Running game working, they'll stick with it on first down. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
On 2nd down now, it's Tucker. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll be 3rd and 10. They run the counter. Tucker. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. He loses 4, and it brings up 4th. Here's Sam Martin now. On, we think, to punt, though he's faked it earlier, but he was unsuccessful. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory.
So they wound up passing on a long field goal try, but that works out for them really well. That one's down inside the 5-yard line.
And it's risky because your punter, if he puts it in the end zone, the net result not worth it. But there, I think worth it.
We got to get the ball, D. Get the ball right here. Let's go.
Throwing on first down. Novak. He'll find Metcalf. And he'll get it up a little shy of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. 2nd and 1. This one into the hands of Metcalf. 22 yards there, a first down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play...
And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. Kamale Correa. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. 2nd and long. And his throw's going to be incomplete. The intended receiver was DK Metcalf, and now it's 3rd down.
30 base.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Back to throw. Novak. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. A pickup of 27, and they pick up the first down in the process.
Well, we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the number one receiver double covered, but how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a first down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? I think we'll hear about that from him soon.
A 6-yard pickup.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Watch the run, watch the run. Ready?
2nd and 4. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. From the gun, Novak. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
18 Gator. Come on. Hit it.
On 1st and 10, Novak. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
Ready up.
Mike 5-4. Mike 5-4. Rip left, rip left.
Let's go.
Operating from the gun, Novak. The quick slant caught. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. DK Metcalf with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And the lead will swell by 1 more. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away.
The Jets take over.
Let's go.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
58, boys, 58. 58, it's Mike. Watch a slant, watch a slant. Watch a slant.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Tucker, and not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Here's Sam Martin now as he's on to punt for New York. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Here comes Grant on the return. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10.
Ready, set.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When you go to the backup, let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. These guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
The linebacker, C.J. Mosley, in on the stop. On second down, here's Barkley. Whoosh. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. So a solid run by Saquon Barkley and another 1st and 10 here. A first down run from Barkley, pretty well defended. Give him 3 yards on the play. A gain of 3, second down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Barkley. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. 9 yards the pick up there, and it's a first down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now Ito Smith. And he's going to get this one down inside the 15. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's our visitors with a football as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away. On 2nd down, Barkley. Now Barkley stripped of the football. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6.
That's it, baby. We're going on the double. 54, right there. 54, Mike. I'm going to come back to you.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Badgley on for the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Another pass attempt, another incompletion. You figure defensively, you're in the fourth quarter here. You've held the team under 100 yards passing. You've done your job.
Especially in today's NFL, which is truly a pass-first league.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. This one winding toward a conclusion, and how would you assess how the secondary has played?
Well, we just saw them take another shot downfield that was incomplete, correct?
Correct.
So my assessment is that if anyone's played really well in this game, it's been the secondary. That was the latest example.
Yeah, they've been solid. Really, the whole defense has been solid. Still pitching a shutout. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down here, and that is how this one is going to come to an end. So this crowd will not go home happy. It's a victory for our visitors. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one. And that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, up a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory. So for San Antonio, the win means they'll finish the first half at a respectable 5-3 record. And now they'll get the weekend off as they get a little extra time to prepare to face the Baltimore Ravens. Meanwhile, for the Jets, they dipped to 2-5 now with the loss. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.